Hey traders, it's Jeffrey from Ninjacators. Now you don't have to wait to jump into Forex trading. I'm going to show you a simple and effective Forex strategy to use every day at the 8 a.m. New York Forex Open. That's when the big banks like Citi, Goldman, Deutsche Bank, UBS all enter their orders in for the day, okay? Huge amounts of money are coming in at the 8 a.m. Open. Of course, this will work at any time, but I like to trade Forex at the New York Open because London is still open, adds to the volume, all those big institutional orders come in, gives us several good setups to follow those big bank trades every single day. But, for example, if you're in the UK or Europe, use this strategy at the London 8 a.m. Open and you'll make a killing. Now, this will work with any Forex pair, but I always like to use the majors because of the much higher liquidity and the momentum of movement. The strategy is on a 5-minute chart with real-time supply and demand zones. That's one of our Ninjacator indicators. Our simple trend indicator called the FLUCTUATE and the NinjaTrader native RSI. We're looking for reversals close to the edge of one of those supply-demand zones when the FLUCTUATE trend line has changed color from blue, which is an uptrend, to red, a downtrend, or vice versa. And you're going to look for the RSI to be below the midline and heading down if you're looking at a short, or above the midline and heading up if you're looking for a long. You're going to enter when a 5-minute bar closes after crossing that FLUCTUATE trend line in the direction of the trend reversal or close to it. You're going to place your stop just past the trend line and trail that trend line as the trade moves in your favor. And lastly, you're going to exit when you get to the next zone edge or your stop is hit. Okay? Now, let's take a look at today's charts and I'll show you what I mean. So here are this morning's majors on the New York Open. This is the Australian US dollar pair, the pound dollar, the dollar Canadian, the Euro USD, the dollar yen, the USD franc, and we've even got the New Zealand dollar US dollar, okay? I've marked this time period here. That's the 7:45 line. Sit down a few minutes before the open, which is at 8 a.m., so that you're prepared. That way you can take a look at all of your charts and kind of anticipate what you're looking to do, okay? At 7:45 on the Australian dollar, US dollar, it was flat. Coming into 8 a.m., we start to see an RSI moving long. We look and see the trend has changed. We've got to flip it, a close above. We would enter here, ride this up, right to the next zone. My stop would have been trailing right along the FLUCTUATE line, but I would have gotten out even before I got stepped out here. Either way, my trade would have been a net positive from my entry here all the way up to the edge of the zone, or even if I were stopped out at the next area. Next, we've got the pound dollar. Same nice trend moving up. At 7:45, we see a downtrend finishing. We've got a flip right around 8, a close above. You just edged out, maybe getting in here, maybe not. But certainly you would have jumped in over here. We were close to the edge of this supply-demand zone. That's our demand zone right down here. We are heading in an upward direction on RSI. We're riding it all the way up. My stop would have been a few ticks below that trend line, so I would not have been stopped out. Rode it all the way up to the edge. Right over here on the dollar Canadian, pretty flat at the open. Doesn't look like we have anything. I don't like the way that FLUCTUATE line is so flat anyway. I'm not even looking to take this trade. At 8 a.m., we didn't have a close. We barely closed below. I stayed out of this one. Next, the euro dollar. We already know when the pound dollar does something, the euro dollar tends to follow. Same thing, 7:45. We already flipped just before. You could have run this a little bit before 8 a.m. We had the flip at 7:40, let's say. Rode it all the way up. jumped out at the edge, or certainly when we are just about to cross over, okay? We had a big jump between these two bars, so definitely you would have gotten out right around here. Next, the pound yen. We had a downward movement right at 745, but we were not near any edge. We already kind of passed it by. This did play out to be a good trade, but I stayed out of it. There's always plenty of great trades every day. The dollar Swiss franc was another good one. Below the 50 line, that's my yellow line here, drawn right at 50 to set it up, and jumped in just before 8 a.m. We already made our cross, rode this down, right down to the next edge, and got out right at the stop. So that's it, traders. That's all there is to it, okay? Stay tuned. Tomorrow, we'll use the same strategy, and I'll take these trades live with you, show you the setups on the actual, and then the parameters on the actual indicators, so you can set your charts up this way, and remind you how you can get Forex data for free to start out with. All you have to do, if you have NinjaTrader, it's already built in. It's called Kinetic Free End of Day Data. You can download any Forex pair at the end of the day and practice in Sim before you open a Forex account. Simple to open a Forex account. The easiest one is forex.com for $100. You can be trading Forex on the very same day. All right, traders, good luck. Talk to you soon.